My name is Nick Mabey. My birthday is June 17th. My hobbies are video games, Netflix, reading, playing with my dog.
This is my son, Nick. He was born June 17th, 1990, in Fort Collins, Colorado. He is 26 years old, the oldest of my 4 children, and he has autism.
It's a neurological condition which impairs the growth of social skills as well, and in many cases communication skills that you would see in a normal child.
Autism is characterized by persistent deficits in social communication and interaction, both verbal and nonverbal, understanding and maintaining relationships, and can include repetitive patterns of behavior or interests. Nick exhibits all of these characteristics. From the time Nick was born, he was a difficult baby. He didn't like to be held or touched, and he cried nonstop until he was about 2 months old. He never slept through the night until he was almost a year old. As he grew to be 18 months, it became obvious that something wasn't quite right. He rarely made eye contact with us and seemed to be hearing impaired at times. His language was severely delayed, having close to a dozen words at the age of 18 months.
My communication issues were more that I wasn't able to talk until I was 4. I was able to talk, but I didn't understand what the heck anyone was saying.
He was severely frustrated at not being able to communicate. He destroyed everything he touched. He ran away from us wherever we were. The worst was at night when he would fall asleep and wake up with night terrors. He would look at me with a pleading in his eyes to help him, but when I would reach for him, he would kick me in the face. Since he was my first child, I thought I was doing something wrong, that I was a bad mom. It wasn't until he was diagnosed with autism in February of 1993 at the age of 2.5 that I realized I was a good mom and that I hadn't done anything to cause his autism. He began a special school for children with autism in September of 1993. This changed his life and ours tremendously. He began sleeping through the night consistently, learning words and forming complete sentences, and most importantly, the night terrors stopped. But we began to see the light for the first time since he was born, that he might be able to improve and ultimately lead a happy and independent life. Though transitions were difficult for him, and it seemed that things that came easy to the other kids, such as social skills and making friends, were like a foreign language to Nick.
Some of the common social issues involve difficulty in making friends. There was a time in 5th grade when no matter what I was doing, I was constantly being bullied. There was a time when they came up with a 6-foot rule when we couldn't get within 6 feet of each other, and then they used that to stand in front of the bathroom because they knew I'd obey the rules. So I couldn't use the bathroom. Got so bad that I acted out at times. Got suspended a couple times. And it got bad enough that I ended up gaining 20 pounds in like a few months. I also ended up with depression and because of that whole thing.
Nick continued to have challenges, but he also had many triumphs. He excelled in math, science, and foreign languages, made friends, and he even went to some dances. He graduated from high school in the spring of 2008 with a 3.93 GPA, 34 college credit hours, and a 32 on the ACT. He attended the University of Utah and graduated with a chemical engineering degree in the spring of 2014. He really isn't much different than any of us. He wants what we all want, a happy life. To him, that means a good job, living on his own, a family, and lots of ketchup. I love my son, and I could not be more proud of him and all he has accomplished. To me, Nick is a success, And what advice would he give others with autism?
Don't give up, I guess. I'm Nick, your son.
What's your name again?
Nick.
What's your name?
Nick.
Nick what?
Ah. Hey.
No. It's the same. What if I move it over just a little bit?
It's fine. I mean,
Please don't tell me we're starting over.
we might.
Don't.
Okay, we see ya.
Please let this be over with quickly.
Okay, fix your shirt.